Get in there. The hell?
I'm disappointed with you two. You failed. Now you must redeem yourselves by finishing the other producer's sad excuse for a song by midnight tonight. I have cut communications between you two just to show you how serious I am. Do not underestimate me.
You mean what? Got a freaking check for my phone. My God. Well, if I'm gonna do this challenge, gotta have something good to eat. Jeez, another note? This guy's relentless. I'm gonna need something to drink to get in the zone. Oh, there we go. Yep, that'll work. Alright, so I guess we'll just hop into Ableton. I got sent his track mysteriously and got his whole project here, so I guess let's hop in and get this challenge done. Oh, there we go. That. That's not right. This can actually probably go all the way. Let's swap this up to go like this. Alright. So let's. Alright, so let's dive into the breakdown. So what I did was I took the drums first and I cut them into the kick and snare here and did a little pattern and I put an EQ filter on the kick and then the string section I also put a filter on it. And then I put a little pause right here to get the impact of this next part in. And then so the next section, I let the chords play out again. I let the melody kind of belly thing go on top. And then I took, the bass was only in one part, so I reactivated one of the clips and I beefed this thing up a bit. Some distortion, some compression. There was a ton of gain and utility on here from him having to do it, expecting it to be really loud. So I turned all that off. Yeah, so then I took that bass and played that through, kind of letting this drive. This is the whole build-up, so I, out of the intro, into the build-up here, added a crash and set the riser. This really felt epic and open, so I thought it was a perfect thing to do as the build-up. So I let this play out twice. And then went in and added the kick as the build-up. Added the snare right at the end for kind of like a pre-drop sound. Snare is always a good one. And then I went in and doubled up the chords here in the drop with another I think this is a default, or it's one of the presets that come in here. Leads super saws. So I took that up, fattened it up a bit, and then layered that with the original sound. I swapped out the bass that was here for a sub. I just thought that was nicer. The bass that was there was a bit too ringy for me, and I thought the sub just sounded rounder and nicer in the mix. I added crashes here, and I used the drum beat again. He had some other kicks here that just didn't feel right, so I used this drum beat and took off the filter that he had on it. Took care of the whole drums, and I didn't really have to do much. It's fantastic. And then last bit, tried to come up with a bass line. I like to do solos and stuff a lot over the second half of a drop. And so I got this preset, played around with some distortion, some EQing, and I didn't have as much time to dedicate to the solo as I wish, but I think I got something that was kind of fun. I at least like the first half of this. I think it really nails that like 80s kind of synthwavey vibe that's going on here, and I like it a lot. And then I just exited with the riser reversed as a hit. So there you go, there's a breakdown of my track. Getting what he had and having an hour and a half to change it up, I was really impressed with what I did, and I had a blast.
Oh yeah, forgot about this challenge. Let's get into it. Okay, so it's almost midnight, just finished the project. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, so that's what I did. Let's get into it. Alright, first I added the intro here. This one is a real doozy. It's almost like Azata wasn't even listening when he made this track. I had to add an intro here. I thought it'd be cool to have it like innocent at first. And then once this came in, it's a little iffy. What's going on here? Okay, it's a little off. Something's weird's going on. Pretty crazy stuff going on. We got this thing. I don't know what it is. It fits good. And basically this is where his song started, right at the drop. So here's the original. Change some things. So the part where it's going wee with the high end stuff was actually this stuff. It's actually only this one. So I layered it with a contact layer with just a simple thing going on here. I chose the chorus. I think it has like an O or something like that. Yeah, bass O. It sounded really cool because it's like a really old sound. Adds a lot to it. And another weird thing about the preset he chose with this, it actually had this sound in it. So I separated the two and put this in its own layer so I can control how loud it is, because I thought it was a really great sound, and I put it here. So there's a little bit of build up there. Here was kind of weird. It's almost like he wasn't even listening, just didn't put anything here. Don't know why he did that. The build just keeps going. Kind of awkward. So I put this.
I didn't do anything to you.
I think that fits a lot better. And the cool thing about this vocal is it's actually layered like this.
I didn't do anything to you.
It's actually got a lower layer
I didn't do anything to you. I didn't do anything to you.
to make it more haunting, because that's kind of his style. I tried to make it like, you know, the witch tells
I
you,
didn't do anything to you.
says that, but then she laughs afterwards knowing that, yeah, she's lying. So yeah, I tried to go with his style, like in the Azata verse, which is kind of cool. So I tried to build a story around that, and then later I kind of got off track and added aliens. It could happen. Anyways, let's get into the drop here. So his original drop sounded like this. I tried to mod it. I kept all the original sounds, except I changed some of the wavetables around, but I came up with this. I beefed him up quite a bit. That's all I did. In the basses, I have some sausage fattener, isotope ozone exciter, which is a great plugin. If you don't own it, go get it. It's doing some nice saturation with the tape. I don't like the Trode, but I like the tape saturation on this plugin, so I use that quite a bit. And I also found this new plugin that Waves released, the MDMX stuff. This works good if you're making like distorted basses and stuff. I use it quite a bit now. I like it. All in all, I think it's a little bit better. It's a little closer to what Azata envisioned he wanted this song to be. It's time.